So I was inspired to tell my story. It was very emotional. That is the story that pilot is still my partner.
Okay.
What I don't like or I didn't like, he tricked me into the relationship.
How?
I didn't know he was a broke ass idiot. But I've come to live with it. Put it on your camera, and then somebody somewhere in the slums anakuja na comment ingine so irritating and so disgusting. Then I get
Nyako, welcome to Kenya. How are you?
I'm good.
First of all, congratulations on your meet and greet that happened yesterday. Of course, people are happy. And what an unexpected journey. When was the last time you were in Kenya?
I was in Kenya in 2019 July before Corona. I was here with my kids 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
And
Yeah.
also, yesterday you were live on TikTok and you were showing us zonal times, and of course, your phone was showing two zonal times, time in Kenya and time in Germany. And there's something you said that was a great online. You asked people, you told people, now you know which is my home. And there were some people who are saying maybe you now regard Kenya as your home.
I don't disregard Kenya as my home. This is where my parents are buried. So, um, because I'm a woman in Luo community, we do not relate with where you're born. If as a woman, you relate with where you get married. That is where you belong. So I have my kids are not Kenyans. So I identify myself with my kids. That is why I don't belong to Kenya anymore. I belong where my kids belong. So Kenya is just where I was born, and now I live abroad. I will be buried there because my kids, none of them is Kenyan. Yes.
All right, now apart from the meet and greet that you had yesterday at Lavaita, my question is maybe are you having other projects in Kenya?
Yes, I have a few projects. There are not so many. I think the biggest one will be announced tomorrow after it is certified. Yeah.
All right, and also many people online see Nyako as a very tough lady, and of course others fear you. I don't know what you have.
Fear me for what?
Yes.
You know, I'm just that no nonsense woman because my upbringing has made me to be who I am.
Yeah.
I grew up in a boarding school since I was 6 years old. I was never raised with my parents. Um, I went through bullying in boarding school. Um, I had to fight my way always. And when I went abroad, it was the same. Racism, you always have to you always have to fight for something. So that is what made me who I am now. Yes.
And also, in a certain interview, you told us that before you have worked as a prostitute.
Of course I did.
Yes, and I saw a few comments right there, people asking maybe, is it a situation that led you into doing such a job? What was the situation?
Actually, I when I finished my high school, my mother was very sick. You know, I was never raised with my parents, so I didn't know how to take care of my sick mother. I never took care of my mother because I felt like she was never there for me all my life. So I think that is what led me to the streets.
And personally, I would say it's a bold decision for you to come out here and say that you have worked before as a prostitute, and yeah, that's the past, right? Now, moving on, you got into TikTok a few months ago, and all of a sudden you gained a massive following there. I don't know what you have to say about that.
I think it's what I bring on the table that makes people to like who I am, because I talk about things that I've gone through all my life. I tackle them the way they happened and what effects it could have if you take the same road that I took. So I think a lot of people, I don't know how to put it, um, they're inspired with my stories because they're true stories. Yeah.
And maybe how did it feel at the fact that you are gaining followers? People are expecting now Nyako. Like you had a fan base. How was it? Did
It
it come
felt
to a shock?
no, no, no. I didn't feel anything because I didn't know the impact.
Okay.
Because in Germany, Germans are so reserved. I live in a German community where they don't even know who I am.
Okay.
So, thank you. So, I didn't even, it didn't have any impact. It was just normal for me.
Did you ever know that Nyako could be a content creator?
No, not at all. I'm just a storyteller, a good one.
Taking you a little back to when you maybe started your journey on TikTok, you can tell us maybe at what situation or at what point did you decide now you're going to take your content on TikTok?
Um, I started telling my stories on Facebook. That was 2021 during Corona, where a certain lady interviewed me on this sensitive topic, my relationship with my mother. That is where my journey started. So I was inspired to tell my story. It was very emotional. That is the story that made me start telling my story online.
And Nyako, maybe after you started telling a story, haven't how did your relatives receive? Was it positive?
I'm not close to my relatives because we were left very young. Um, my mother died when I just finished my high school, so I was left to fend for my siblings. And when both my parents passed on, we were on our own. So I've never been close to my relatives. So I didn't care their opinion because I don't know them anyway.
And right now, you being a star, has any of the relatives tried to approach you, telling you that I'm your auntie, I'm your uncle, I'm your
I
brother?
know it, I don't want it. They've never been there for me, so I don't need that relationship.
And
We have been doing well since I came from the streets and I made it to Germany. I took my siblings to Germany, and we've been doing well. We are okay.
At this point, maybe can we say this could be the reason maybe you're saying even after your death you'll be buried in Germany and not Kenya.
No, we are having land issues back at home where my brothers have been. The land that was left there for my siblings was taken away from us without us being consulted in any way. That makes me also very bitter. So, if somebody can take what belongs to you without consulting you, it means that these people, they don't want you to be part of them. So we also have here in Nairobi a property. My dad bought property and my brothers are living there permanently. So we are not struggling to be part of anybody. We are okay.
And talking about family, Nyako anatoka katika familia mkoa ngapi? Because yesterday at the event I saw your two brothers, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I come from a family of 6 kids,
Okay.
8 kids. Okay. 2 of them passed on. 2 of my sisters passed on. And then my parents passed on. Now we are 6. 3 of us, we live in Germany, the girls. We live in Germany. we've been forever in Germany. And 3 of the boys are here. One of the boys is a lawyer, a certified lawyer. Yeah, and 2 of my brothers are still struggling with life. Yeah, we are 6 in total.
Now, forgetting the dark past and everything, let's talk about the beautiful journey of TikTok. Please tell us maybe that one thing you love so much about TikTok, because we see you always, maybe I would say most of the time you're live on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is addictive. It is like drugs. It's like you smoking cigarette or something. And it is a beautiful place when it is positive. It is also very toxic. Yeah, but being the person I am, whether toxic or not, I just carry on with it. It makes my day.
Talking of maybe the dark side of TikTok, we've seen many people. We have trolls. We have people who talk negatively about your content. Is it something you expected? And maybe how did you handle it?
Well, this animosity didn't start on TikTok. It started on Facebook, where there's this group of there's a group. I don't know if I should call it a group. There are groups on Facebook where people form their entity and they identify with that group. So it was just a link that somebody sent to me. I pressed it and it took me there. But I didn't know that that group, they're specialized in bullying. They're very toxic. I didn't know. So I just went there innocently as somebody who want to tell stories. So this animosity didn't start only on TikTok. It started on Facebook, and that is why I left Facebook, because when I was creating my stories, everybody was on my platform and people didn't like it. So they had to get rid of me on Facebook. So at some point, I just left. I said, let me try a new app. And when I tried TikTok, also it was overwhelming from the first day. And I didn't know that it will come to this, because I'm not long on TikTok. I'm around 6 months old on TikTok. So I think it is the content, and it is my lifestyle. It is what I do on the camera that make people get captured on my platform.
And maybe how do you handle the negativity? For example, we saw a few weeks ago, Andrew Kibe had something to say on maybe the content that you do on TikTok. How do you handle such negativity from the online family?
Well, from the beginning, I used to react. And I think the bigger I come, the bigger, the more influenced people are after me. Yeah, like this one, which was staged by Lulu Hassan. That was staged. Yeah, it was staged just to provoke me. And you know what? I never studied the video before I reacted to it. So I think that I'm becoming bigger, and bigger people will want to come after me. So I have to see what I should react to and how should I react to it at the end of it all. Not with abuses and insults. I think I can find a better way to respond.
And maybe Nyako, you remember the first day you joined?
Yes,
One of it.
in October
This year.
last year.
Last year.
Yeah, middle ama mwisho wa October. I don't really keep the dates because they keep closing my account. This is my 6th account or 7th account. They keep getting blocked. Because my enemies, they are bigger than me. So, the more they report your account, the more they put for you red light on TikTok. So what I'm having is my 7th account. I could be at 1 million followers now.
So, Nyako, speaking of people reporting your account, haven't you ever gave up with social media? Like, social media is not my thing.
Me? Why should I give up? Germany is too boring. Germany is the most boring country I've ever landed into. It took me years to adapt to that lifestyle of, it is a suburb. Everywhere is suburb. Everywhere. We don't have this interaction where you can go to a shop and say hi. It's not there. It is you, your car, your kids, your work. It is a suburb. Everywhere is a suburb. So I think when social media came, it is something very good for us, we Africans, because we like to interact. And I think it is doing me good so far.
So, Nyako, yes, the other day we did interview with you, and your fans were waiting for you to use the phrases you always use.
Yeah, I can really use bad phrases. They like it, by the way. They like it. That is what makes me who I am. Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe if you don't mind, you can give us some of the phrases, Zima your Oppo, the Go.
Those are random cases. I don't plan my content.
Okay.
That is where, when this gadget thing comes in, because I'm a Luo at the end of it all. I'm a Luo. I love life. I love expensive things around me. I am just that touch of life. I'm not a millionaire, but I just want to live fullest. I want to have a taste of every new gadget in the market, and I have access to it. So, when you put on your camera, and then somebody somewhere in the slums anakuja na comment ingine so irritating and so disgusting, then I get to address these people in the most nasty way that they don't even think. So mimi nasemanga, if you come at me, nitakuattack na vifaranga za kwenu zote, and I'm very good at that. I can make you feel so sorry to yourself. I've been bullied all my life. What do you expect? I've even gone through being bullied with white people. So what do you expect? No white person can stand before me and bully me. You can't do that to me.
At this point, maybe your kids maybe feel like, oh, mom is tough.
My kids are tougher than me. Yes.
And Nyako, just talking about kids, the words that you use, of course, there I saw some uncles and aunties online wanasema Nyako doesn't mind the kind of words she uses.
My kids don't speak Swahili or English. My kids speak only German.
Okay. And what about, these people, of course we know, I don't want to mention her name, the person who keeps on kukupeleka juu na chini, she went on to say that maybe you don't deserve being with your kids because maybe the way unakuwa na nini.
This lady trying to trash me she's useless. She's so disgusting. She's not worth my time. Thank you.
Okay, and Nyako, as we all know, Nyako is single.
I'm single with some good metulos besides me. I can't do without. Guys, Europe is lonely. Europe is a lonely place. I always say, ukifika Jomo Kenyatta, ufanya X good medulos, because the chances of you getting a good one is zero as an African woman. Yeah.
So your kind of man?
My kind of man?
Yeah.
I will test the medulos first before I can put you on my list.
There's
very important.
There's no rich, tall,
No,
dark,
the
handsome.
medulos must count.
And
if you don't have it and you have your money, I don't need you.
Are you considering getting married probably in the future?
Getting married, if I get a man with good medulos, I will get married. Yes.
One last question from me. Now 6 months down the line in TikTok, they say that you are among the top 5 most paid TikTokers. Or most earning TikTokers.
I don't know about that, but I think TikTok is paying very well. I showed you what I get on TikTok, so you can testify.
Do you have like
compared to YouTube?
Maybe can you encourage the people who are watching and they think content creation doesn't pay? Maybe you give them estimation.
Estimation?
A monthly estimation.
Monthly estimation.
On TikTok?
Yes.
500,000 Kenya shillings.
Okay.
So
okay, Nyako, right now you are in Kenya. You're here maybe for 10 days. by any chance, do you intend to meet the people that you once crossed one another?
Repeat your question.
Right now, you're in Kenya and you are here for a period of time. Do you intend to meet some of the people who maybe mulivurugana kidogo?
Kama nani? I don't come for you if you don't come after me. Give me an example. Somebody like Baba Talisha, I addressed him. I was with him in my event yesterday. Somebody like Hannah Benta, we crossed paths. She addressed me, and I addressed her back, and we were together yesterday. So, kama nani? Like who?
Kama maybe Lulu Hassan.
Lulu Hassan staged her bullshit. That is why I came after her.
So would you mind maybe having
I can meet her if you want to. But you have to know that I live in Europe. I don't care. That is the difference. Yeah.
And Nyako, I remember very well. The reason, I don't know if the reason you came to TikTok was because you lost your job or something.
I lost my job on TikTok.
Yes. So probably, in case you get back your job, do you consider going back?
I'm not going back to my job. TikTok has just done me a favor to lose my job. I lost my job because of petty fights with women on the streets of TikTok. And when I lost my job is when I became great on TikTok. So I thank the person behind me losing my job because she has given me an opportunity of a lifetime. I never knew I will meet President Ruto. I will rub shoulders with Honorable Masaki. I'm doing good. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
And talking about, of course, we know you have some court case going on.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We had the other time people saying, okay, Nyako alidanganya, aku win court. What really happened maybe?
That court case, I took my employer to court.
Okay.
And it was ruled on behalf of me. My employer has to pay me, and the government of Germany has to pay me some money. So how did I lose it? I'm waiting for them to put the money in my account for me to eat with my kids. So how did I lose it? Why should I come and tell you otherwise when it is not otherwise? Yes.
And okay, as I'm finishing up on my side, talking about Pilot. Of course, umetuambia you're single, but Sisi on social media, we know Pilot.
Pilot is still my partner.
Okay.
What I don't like or I didn't like, he tricked me into the relationship.
How?
I didn't know he was a broke-ass idiot, but I've come to live with it. Yeah.
Doesn't he get jealous maybe when you say...
Now he's jealous when I started this really, being successful on TikTok.
Okay.
I saw that side of him, and that is what scares me now about the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Nyako, as we wind up, what's that one thing that it's on your bucket list that you want to do before leaving Kenya?
Repeat.
What's that one thing that is in your bucket list?
Not much. I just want to be there for the unfortunate people who feel like they're left out. I just want to be there for them. Nothing special. Yeah.
And maybe any public figure you'd love to meet and work with?
I would like to meet President Ruto. That is I have to do it. I will do it.
What unataka nini na President Ruto?
I want him to make it easier. I want him to have a negotiation with German government to make a way for Kenyans to come to Germany to work, because the job market in Kenya, in Germany is big. So I want Kenyans really to come and work in Germany. That is what I want President Ruto to push with the German government.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Nice.
And we've been having cases of jobs abroad from people living in Kenya complaining about people being mistreated.
Germany is not a place you can even talk about in that list. Human rights come first in Germany. So just forget about complaining about how people get treated in Germany.
So what's the assurance for a youth who is doing TikTok in Kenya?
I'm here.
And what's the future when it comes to Nyako? What's
My
your
future, I think my life has always been good since I went to Germany. Germany is a country where you don't have to worry about your future, because your future is already secured by the government.
As a brand.
Whether I'm a TikToker today, whether I wake up tomorrow, I'm not trending anymore, my life is going to be the same, because my future plus my kids is secured by the German government.
Okay, Nyako, I've been admiring your fashion. Maybe you can tell us who dressed you and if you
I dress
yourself.
myself.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe how much have you won now?
Now,
Yeah.
as in, I should tell you in euros or what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Even yesterday outfits, how
Yeah,
much
it was
did it
very
cost?
Oh my God. That is not necessary. I don't want to provoke you.
Okay, as you're finishing up, maybe you can
Because
say,
my watch alone. Stop. Let's go. It's a Tommy Hilfiger.
sorry?
My watch is a Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're finishing up, your last words to your fans, Kenyans watching you, and even maybe your haters.
I think if it was not for hating, I will not be where I am, because haters are keeping me on toes.
Okay.
They are like checking on me. Whether they are saying the truth or not, the public is gonna believe it. So they're doing a good work. And to who again?
To Kenyans and your fans, maybe probably.
I love Kenyan. I love Kenya. I love Kenyans. Kenyan food is very good. That is what I miss when I'm in Germany. What can I tell Kenyans in general?
Yes.
Content creators or just Kenyans?
Kenyans, just in general.
I respect Kenyans a lot because times are hard, but they are still alive, they are still pushing through. I respect Kenyans so much. I salute all Kenyans.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.